Hi, you lovely humans. I just wanted to do a short little video just talking about this workshop, this immersion that Barb Patterson and I have coming up in a couple weeks in April. The focus is around money and the creative intelligence and how they are connected. And I feel like part of my inspiration in life lately is really around doing what I can to alleviate suffering. And I know it's complex and varied and all the different ways we can go about that as humans. But one of them that I see a direct correlation to is that when people do feel like their safety is threatened, or when they don't have enough, or they're worrying about survival, we tend to kick into a different mode of energy where we are more tense and more touchy and more defensive and more um, aggressive in different ways. And just like for me, really considering like what has shifted my experience around my own safety. And for sure, it's like the inner work of really meeting the parts of myself that don't feel safe with my own presence, with my own loving, with my own love, really, that's available unconditionally all the time. I can always meet myself with presence and I feel safer immediately, no matter what is going on in my finances or in the world. Meeting myself in presence equals safety to me. And then on the other hand, in a very practical, tangible way, having enough resources to take care of my family, to have a home, to have food, to have clothes, to have um, just have a enjoyable, meaningful, nourished life, that is super helpful for experiencing visceral physical world safety here. And I see that there's, for me, learning about where, what is my source? Like, where does money actually come from? How can I create it? How can I access it? How can I trust that source? How can I, how do I just immerse myself in it? So there's no question about whether there can be enough money. Exploring that has been vital for me. And one thing I want to share, it's like I used to think if I could figure out how to create enough money once, like my first year creating $100,000 as a coach, I was like, I did it. I figured it out. And then it was like, then come January 1 of the next year, I'm back to zero. And it's like, can I do it again? Was that a fluke? Like, what is it reliable that I could do that again? Like, where did that actually come from? How did it happen? And what Barb and I are going to spend, 3 hours or so talking about with this group coming up is really entering into this understanding that in any moment of any day, no matter the circumstance, no matter your education, no matter your accolades in life, no matter how mentally off you think you are, that you're too grouchy or you're too depressed or you're grieving too much. No matter your vibration, no matter your astrological chart information, your Enneagram number, no matter unconditionally, there is this energy, this, I don't even want to say it because it's much more practical than that sounds, but there are ideas available for how you can create more of what you need right now. There are ways, there are pathways that if you ever think like, no, I'm stuck, I can't create more, I'm capped. I did it once, I don't know if I could do it again. That is a trick of the mind. That is a commentary on your limited perceptions. That is not a commentary on reality, on what reality is. Reality is so much more expansive, so much more creative, incredibly abundant. But it is up to me as the human, as the bridge between the invisible and the visible, the creator in my life, to look in the direction of possibility. And often that means looking and seeing, okay, I could take that path. I could charge that fee. I could start that business. I could take on this job, or I could ask for this money from whoever. I see possibility. Then it's on you to decide, because seeing it is one thing. Like we can be really good at seeing possibility. Moving forward is the part that so many of us get hung up on, that it's like, what will it mean for me if it doesn't go well? Or what will they think of me if I quit my job and start a business, or if I quit my business and get a job? Like, what will people think? What will I think? There's abundance of opportunity right in that to really lay down old identities, like to cast aside these limited ideas about who you are and how you should be and what you should do, and really get into the present moment of what what I feel called to do, I'm willing to do. Period. Like if I feel called to move in this direction of charging a higher fee, or asking this person, for a gift of money, or taking on extra jobs, or pursuing music expression and creating money through that, like anything that you might want to do, there are pathways forward. 100% there are. Not limited, not limited. That is not limited. The ideas, the ways, the doors that open, it's like not limited. We limit ourselves by not looking for those pathways, and or not taking them, not moving forward when we see them. And so there, and this is the really, I'm being kind of bossy right now in a way it feels, but like the energy behind this is like, it's all very compassionate. We're not meaning to limit ourselves. We're not meaning to not step forward. It just doesn't seem like a good idea to some place inside that's afraid, or to some place inside that doesn't think that we can survive the feeling of disappointment. It feels like um, there's danger somehow involved with this whole thing of tapping into infinite creative potential, infinite possibilities. And the truth is, it is a way of truly experiencing safety in a very profound way, that just appreciating no matter what circumstance you find yourself in, if you can let yourself quiet down inside and wonder about the pathways forward. Like, what could you do if you could, what could you try if you were going to move toward an outcome that you wanted? And money, about money, but about anything, a relationship, a living situation that you wish you could be in, having children, like anything, having a dog, having a farm, living in the woods at the ocean. Like there's no um situation, problem, scenario that the infinite intelligence of life can't come in with ideas around. There's none, nothing. Even when it looks like a paradox, it looks like it's this or that. It's not. Okay, it's not. There's potential available all the time if we can let ourselves fall into it, look at it, explore it, be guided toward it. And for me, this is just like infinite safety. That it's like even my business that I've created that feels like so financially supportive, and it's meaningful and I care about and I love it. If all the humans on the world were suddenly like, we don't want coaching anymore, we don't want conversations like this anymore, and or I decided like I no longer want to do this. I know for a lot of people that think their safety is in the circumstance or in the amount of money, that would probably create a lot of fear or worry. Even this idea of like golden handcuffs, that you create something that's so supportive and so generative that you couldn't shift if you wanted to. It's like that's all an illusion, because the safety's not in the structure, it's not in the form. It's knowing about the invisible, formless energy that's behind all of it, that's generating all of it. that's delivering through our consciousness, through our mind, through our intuition, ideas about how to create that, how to move toward that. And they're infinite and abundant and always coming and never not coming. Uh, it's just about, are we tuning in? Are we letting ourselves drop into that kind of safety while meeting ourselves as well in the feeling of unsafety and really being present with that? Both. We do both. So I hope, if this speaks to you, come to the session with us. We'd love to have you. And yeah, and if you can't make it to the session, but you want to continue this conversation, feel free to reach out to either of us. We are starting um, a program soon where we're going to work with 4 to 6 people. And I know this will be part of that conversation. It's an apprenticeship program. We're very excited about that. But there's going to be a lot of conversation in this vein as a part of that. But that's a kind of robust program for somebody that wants to work with us very closely over about 10 months. Um, but yeah, the workshop's there. And if you want to hear more about the apprenticeship program that Barb and I are co-facilitating, feel free and let me know that as well. All right, lots of love.